First and 10. Rowe steps up. Buying himself some time. Caught! Touchdown! Mike McCoy got loose, but it was Rowe that bought time. Downfield, wide open, making the catch in traffic, Adam Bishop. Rowe, rolling, end zone, touchdown!
The dog days of summer on 1430 ESPN Radio.
Like the father that must constantly step in for his underachieving son, Chris Ault took over in 2004 for his third stint as head coach of the Nevada Wolfpack and immediately made a difference, leading his team to a Hawaii Bowl win in his second year and last season falling short in a 1-point loss to the Miami Hurricanes in the MPC Computers Bowl in Boise. Dan Hinksman covers the team for the Reno Gazette-Journal and says the excitement surrounding the Wolfpack is building, particularly for their upcoming schedules. This year, they begin on the road at Nebraska and Northwestern.
They've got Notre Dame and Florida State coming up in the next few years. I know the people here are really excited. I know, they know that those are going to be awfully tough games to win, but, just from the standpoint of being able to get your name out nationally, I think that's big for, towns like Reno who, on the West Coast, people here feel like nobody knows who they are.
But they are learning, and in the past 2 seasons, Nevada has played on national television 9 times. And a big reason people are taking notice, Ault's pistol offense, where the quarterback lines up in sort of a mini shotgun 3 or 4 yards behind the center, often with a running back behind him.
The name's getting out. A lot of high schools are using it. Apparently some other colleges are using portions of the offense. It's Alt's baby in a sense that he invented it, but it is, kind of a formation of other offenses, hard shotgun. And of course it's a run-based offense, even though it looks like a passing offense. I think, similar to the scheduling issue, it's just something else that people here, can kind of take pride in terms of how it's helped them get noticed around the country.
But this year, the main men in the middle of the offense are changing. Running back Robert Hubbard, who fell 4 yards short of 1,000 last year, is gone. Quarterback Jeff Rowe completed 65% of his passes for over 1,900 yards, 17 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. He's gone as well. Those 17 touchdowns matched the number of attempts last season for the player tabbed to replace him. But Hinksman says that sophomore Nick Graziano has all the tools to do it.
Well, he was the starting middle linebacker as a sophomore in high school, and he's got a linebacker build. He's thick. He can take a hit. He was one of their top tacklers on punt team last year as the up man, and he has no problem running with the ball. Tough, physically tough, mentally, and he's probably got the strongest arm of any quarterback I've seen up here, and I've been covering the team off and on since the mid-'80s. Nick's ball is on a line, and it's a laser. I know his freshman year, some of the receivers were talking about how they had to adjust for his ball because he throws such a hard ball. But he's also got touch. He can throw the long ball well as well.
The team loses Caleb Spencer, who led them with 55 receptions, but returns Marco Mitchell, who has ability. Whether or not it will be fully realized is the question.
Great physical ability. Didn't step up as much. The entire receiving corps didn't really step up as much last year. They only lost one guy, Caleb Spencer, and Marco's clearly the top talented guy coming back, and they really need him. They need his speed, and they need his hands. They need him to step up there a little bit.
Defensively, only one underclassman is slated to start on a veteran defense that allowed 19 points per game last year. They will face early tests on the road in the Big 12 and Big 10, but they'll be taking on a Northwestern team that they beat by 10 last season in Reno. Last year, the Wolfpack probably wished they had played Fresno State a few weeks later in the midst of the Bulldogs' troubles. This season, they get the Dogs in Reno, October 6th, homecoming. These are the dog days of summer.